Hi, today I'm going to show you how to use the Harlowe audio library to include background music in a Harlowe Twine story. Now, Twine's default story format is Harlowe, but it does not support audio elements within. I mean, you could use like additional JavaScript or HTML for it, but by default it doesn't. However, the Harlowe audio library, using the Harlowe audio library, you can include music. So the first step is to install this, and for that, you basically, well, that's weird. Anyway, you go to the releases folder here on GitHub. So this is developed by Chapel. Credits to him, and thanks to him for providing this library. So you download the zip file, which I already have it here. And once you unzip the files, you'll be getting three files here. One is the license, which is it's free to use, and you'll be getting a JavaScript and a CSS file, which you would have to include in your story. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm gonna go to Twine here, and you go to your story, and you go to your JavaScript. I'm gonna go back here. Nope. Yes, already have it open. Copy the whole thing, go back here, and I already have it pasted here as well, and you paste it. Now, if you have some other JavaScript, of course, you can separate them. Now here it starts with a comment, and then you have the JavaScript function, and then it ends with another comment, end of HAL code. Do the same for the CSS. Again, copy the whole thing and go back to your style sheet. You can ignore the start here. This is other CSS that I have on this story, but you can see here, and this is the Harlowe HAL CSS, which you can also modify if you want to, but I'm not gonna do that here. Right, so that's basically it for installing HAL on Twine, and now we're gonna see how we can add it. So before we add audio to a Twine story, we need to define the tracks, and there are different ways to do it, but the recommended way is using a special passage called hal.tracks. So what you do is you go there and you create a new passage. I already have it here. Rename it to hal.tracks. And well, how do you... I'm just going to go here and show it as well. Right. So the recommended way to define your tracks is through a special passage called hal.tracks. So basically, you put a name for the track. So if I go back here, I have three tracks here defined: main menu 2, and main menu 3. Then you put a colon, space, and there are different ways to define these tracks. So the first one I put is a online URL. The next one is a relative local URL, and the third one is an absolute local URL. One thing you need to note is that all these tracks, these audio files, need to be specified with their file extension. So in this case, they are MP3 files, they could be WAV files, they could be M4A files. HAL also recommends OGG files. Not really familiar with that file format, but yeah, how do you pronounce it? OGG? Well, either way is fine. So either way, the important thing here is that the files have to be with their extensions. So this is why in here, directly using something like a Google Drive link won't work. There's also, you can also configure how HAL works using another special passage called the hal.config. But yeah, before that, I'll actually show you how it works. Now, to include the track, we go here to playing, pausing, and stopping tracks. Playing tracks can be a bit more complex, as autoplay that is playing any audio before the user interacts with the page is not allowed on most modern browsers. To get around this, you can either use a splash screen, something the user has to click past at the start of a game before any sound plays, or tie your first sound to a link, or use the play when possible command or the track hash play when possible method. Yeah. So I'm going to show you a game here, and the first passage is disclaimer, and I have included the track main menu 3. I also use the option to loop function true, so it's going to loop here. That's another. So we go to looping tracks here. That's how you, it's a Boolean value, so you say true, and it's going to loop. Going back here, and then I set it to loop, and then I've set play when possible here and not play, because for some reason, maybe the reason why it was mentioned in here, when I use play, it doesn't work. Anyway, I'm just gonna show you the game. I have a splash screen, which takes around 5 seconds to load, and then you get to the main menu. But you can't hear the music yet, because I haven't interacted with it. Now, when I click once, then you can hear the music, which is, of course, the Super Mario main theme. And this is the default HAL config. And you can mute the music if you want, or there's a slider to arrange the volume as well. If I go back, so in this example, if I go back to HAL.tracks, I'm using an absolute URL, absolutely local URL. But the downside is, of course, if you're working with others, and if you were to finalize your build, deliver it, then of course using an absolute track won't work, because it'll be, working on different devices, and you would have to edit it. So in that case, of course, a local track, a local address is better. So let's try that. I'm gonna change it to main menu 2, and then I'm gonna hit play. Wait for the 5-second splash screen. Click. But it doesn't work, because the reason is this is the local URL, and you can see where the file is run from. So when you run the Twine file from the app, it's going to create a temporary file here, and it's going to be running from that file. So obviously here, the local URL goes under, if you go back here to HAL.tracks, a music for subfolder and then main menu, but it's not here because I actually have that folder on desktop. So I have on desktop tests, and under that, the music folder, I have the file. That's not going to work. But I do have it on an exported HTML, and if I go here, this should work. Let's wait for it, click it, and yes, you can see that it works. And the third way is, of course, to use a online URL, which is what I have here. But again, you have to make sure that it's .mp3 file, and you can see that all the backslashes have been escaped with the correct characters. %20 here. Now I have the file here as well. You can just play it. It's kind of dark music. So I already have it exported here, and I'm just gonna run that from there. Phone.html. Play, wait for it. And yes, you can hear the music again. Another thing I like to show you is the HAL.config. So if I go back to the documentation and go to configuration. So using this, you can adjust the... Let me go to this one. You can adjust the configuration here. So I'm just going to mute it. So by default, the sidebar is present, and you would see the mute, an option to mute, and the volume slider. You can see all the default values here. And most of these you don't need to play around with, but feel free to do so. I'm just going to show you how to customize a few. So for example, the volume display, it will show like the exact volume value. So I'm just going to set it to true. The default value is false. I'm going to set it to true. Show controls is basically the controls that you see here, which is again by default true. And if you set it to false and you won't see this, I will show that as well. This is done. Okay, no, I'm editing this, so which means I'm going to have to make this an absolute file. I'm going to change it to main menu 3. I'm just going to make sure, yes, that is the absolute URL. All right, so I'm going to play it from here. And if you go here, you can see this is the volume display, so you can see an exact value. If I go back here, I'm going to go to HAL config. Volume display true, and I'm going to say, well, show controls is false. For some reason, maybe if you don't want to give users the customization option, you can do this. But I mean, I would recommend it that you have it on. I mean, why would you turn it off? Maybe, I don't know, like a horror game, and then you don't want them to like be able to turn on the music. Of course, they can still find loopholes around it. But anyway, so if you played here, now you can see that the sidebar is gone. So that's how you can adjust your configuration. And that's basically like a small intro to how to have background music during a game. While we just keep playing for a while. Boom. Boom, boom. Taxes are racist. All right. Anyway, thanks for watching this video. I hope you learned something useful, and let me know if you'd like to see more tutorials, or if you'd like for me to go in depth, because there's a lot more that you can customize with the Harlowe audio library. Yeah, wish you a fine Twine.